We're going to start with the DVDs, which I have 12 of them. This is one of 2 DVDs in this update are reduced to include the opening logos. The other one I'll show you in a little bit. British, Irish, German, Italian, Spanish, French, and Swiss movie from Parfait, released in the US by IFC Films, which is now known as the Independent Film Company, and was released on DVD by Crystal Films here in Canada. As you can see, the case, hold on, the case is falling apart. Hold on, let me give it a look of it. As you can see, the case starting to fall apart, as you can see right there, but hopefully the disc will still play fine. Miramax Me, coming with Sidney Kimmel and Mandate Pictures, and was released on DVD by Alliance here in Canada. This is the sequel to Species. This one, Saison et plus pour horreur and erotisme, and rated R in Canada. Now, this is a reprint from 2004, but this is the 1998 DVD. Video opening this on Tibia. This one's another, this is the, excuse me, this is the other DVD that is a redo to include the opening logos. I do remember borrowing this DVD from my high school back in 2019 or 2020, before I graduated. But that copy I borrowed from my high school before I graduated was the Entertainment 1 reprint, but this one's the original release. French movie from Gaumont, released in the US by the Weinstein Company, and was released on DVD by Alliance Vivafilm here in Canada. This one's streamed on Disney Plus. Which, speaking of Disney Plus, they added the Hulu campaign here in Canada on Disney Plus. Paramount made coming with Nickelodeon and The Bonaventura Pictures. Rest in peace, Joel Schumacher, who directed this movie. Columbia Pictures movie, not only US but Germany. Originally, these were only plus, but in 2010, it was re-rated as Saison et plus pour violence. In Alberta, Manitoba, and Ontario, this one's R in Canada. Now, I do know there's a sequel called 8mm 2, which that one's Saison et plus pour erotisme. Well, the first one was now rated Saison et plus pour violence. I did opening this on Slice. Columbia Pictures me, coming of Happy Madison. This movie was originally released by Paramount, now currently owned by MGM, because MGM owned the rights to the Polygram movies until 1996. And for some reason on the copyright date, said Orion Pictures Corporation, even though this movie is actually released by Polygram. And this movie was produced and directed by Jodie Foster, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure this is gonna have the Paramount logo at the beginning, but I'll have to check. This is the 9th season of Chicago Fire. Originally aired on NBC in the US, of course. Here's the last DVD. Thought this looked interesting, so that's why I borrowed this one. Originally aired on YTV here in Canada, as you can see it right there. And apparently this later aired on MeTV in the US. Canadian show, of course. Now onto the Blu-rays. This is the 1972 version of The House on the Left. This one says only plus pour violence and rated R in Canada. This is the final season of Lost. I remember only seeing the first episode of season 1 at my high school. Thought it looked pretty good, so I'm gonna have to get. Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna have to give this show a rewatch at some point. Did he open this on Nuvo? This one we already have on DVD, but so I borrowed this on Blu Ray. Said it was 18A on the Blu Ray, but on the DVD release of this, it was R in Canada. And this means 2 hours and 59 minutes. This means almost 3 hours long. University Calling of Capcom. This one's based on the video game. International is released by Columbia TriStar Film Distributors International. Did he open to the DVD of this as well? This one's also rated Saison plus pour violence and rated R in Canada. Just like The House on the Left. And TVAD, if you're watching this next, sorry, I can't speak today. TVAD, if you're watching this video is for you. This one you already have on DVD, but I decided to borrow this one on Blu-ray. Columbia Pictures movie, Columbia of Apatow. And unfortunately, most of the buttons on both discs are broken, so I gotta be very careful with this Blu-ray. Did he open this on Tavia? Not only West, but Spain. Columbia Pictures made Columbia Arad Productions, Atlas Entertainment, and PlayStation Productions. This is based on the video game franchise. Case is not in the greatest condition either, as this piece that holds the case is cracked on 3 places. And this button that holds the DVD that was originally bin was broken off. Even though this just has the Blu-ray, not the DVD. This Blu-ray was recently added to my library. Paramount Me Comedy Republic Pictures. This is a German film because it has the Deutscher Film Funds and was also released by Constantin Film in Germany. And now here's the last Blu Ray for this update. I did opening this on CTV Sci-Fi Channel. Had this on DVD, but I decided to borrow this on Blu Ray. And this means 242 minutes. Now, even though the cover is in the 4K Ultra HD Blu Ray cover, but this just has the regular Blu Ray inside.